The delicious starters have been consumed. Now it's time for the main course at the DP World ILT20. And the Dubai Capitals have served up some of the spiciest dishes of the tournament to secure their qualification. Sikandar Raza has cooked up an MVP caliber season to keep the Capitals red hot at the right time.
He hits it straight, and he hits it for six. Sikandar Raza pumps the air in celebration of yet another final ball victory.
In contrast, Abu Dhabi Knight Riders' season is on simmer, following back-to-back losses. And they'll need Captain Sunil Narayan, Jason Roy and company to raise the temperature. Whose appetite will be satisfied tonight in this mouth-watering winner-takes-all showdown? This is the eliminator as the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders take on the Dubai Capitals in their home ground, the ZEE5 Cricket Stadium. Let's take a look at the points table. The top four teams have qualified to the play-off, the business end of the tournament. First two teams play qualifier one. Number 3, KR and Dubai Capitals will play the eliminator tonight. Let's head to the toss as with Natalie Germanos, because let's find out who wins between the two captains in this do-or-die situation. Beautiful evening here at the ZEE5 Cricket Stadium. Over to the toss.
Of course, this is the first of our playoff matches in the DP World ILT20, and the stakes couldn't be higher because it is a knockout game. For the toss, we've got the match referee, Simon Taufel, captain of Dubai Capitals, Sam Billings, and of course the captain of Abu Dhabi Knight Riders, Sunil Narayan. Sunil Narayan is the home captain, so he will take the coin.
Tails, please. Capitals are called tails, and it is a head.
It's a heads.
Ball.
Good ball.
Sunil, what are you going to do and why?
We're going to have a bowl. I think it's easier to bowl first than trying to defend. So hopefully we could go there and pick up a few wickets in the first 6 and try to carry on the momentum.
Been a bit of rain about, so how's the preparations gone?
I think rest was probably best suited. I think you rest, reflect, and try to come up with ideas of how to combat the team.
In terms of looking at how you played in the previous game against the Dubai Capitals at this venue, you won by 29 runs. What do you take from that game?
I think it started with early wickets again. So I think if we could continue that, and hopefully we get those things and keep them mild in the power play, it will set us up for the middle and back end.
Good luck, play well.
Thanks.
Sam, you're going to have a bat first. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we were going to bat first anyway. So we just felt the other night here at this venue that it actually got harder and harder to bat. So hopefully we can get a good score on the board and defend it.
Knockout game, so how does it change your preparations from a league game?
For us, to be honest, it doesn't change it at all because we've been playing knockout cricket for the last couple of games. So yeah, very much the same. Our process has always been one game at a time and see where it gets us. And look, we've started to get a bit of momentum as a team and some rhythm as a team as well in terms of the different roles where people are batting. So yeah, really happy with how it's been going.
What do you think maybe is that element that will set you apart today?
I don't think it's any specific element. I think the trends throughout the tournament, they've been there to clearly see for both teams. So it's about getting a good platform with the bat and then building upon that. And partnerships are so key in this format of the game, but they've kind of really been exaggerated in this tournament, we feel. So hopefully, like I said, we can get a good score on the board and then defend it.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
So that's it then. The news from the middle is that the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders have won the toss and they say they're going to have a bowl first.
Thank you so much, Nat. That's right. Sunil Narayan has decided to bowl first on the home ground. Well, it is a thriller, and as the sun sets here, it makes a perfect setting for it. Well, before we discuss the teams, let's show you what's on the show today. We break down Sikandar Raza's sensational season for the Dubai Capitals. Abu Dhabi Knight Riders' new ball star, Josh Riddle, tells us why relaxed and aggressive is the perfect mix for him. And we discuss Karen Pollard and preview My Emirates showdown with defending champions Gulf Giants in tomorrow's qualifier 1. Welcome to Cricket Safari. I've got two dynamic gentlemen with me, Danny Morrison, Waqar Yunus. Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening.
See you. Head of HR.
Well, we can't explain the joke to you right now, but I'll tell you what. Sunil Narine elected to bowl first. Happy with that decision first?
I think it's just the usual, isn't it? And sides that win the toss tend to go up front. They like to know what to chase, their targeters. So you're right, Ritters, I'm not surprised at all.
You're not surprised at all. What about you, Waqar? This is one team that he loves to bowl against because out of the 7 wickets, 4 he's taken against Dubai Capitals. They'll be very open.
Look, I am not surprised like Danny is not surprised. But the only thing is, this is a do or die game. You win, you stay, otherwise you go home. So I don't think the toss or is going to make much of an issue. It's going to be someone like Narayan who's going to step up as a captain, as a player first, and then of course as a captain. He's done well against this side in particular. So I feel, winning the toss here and bowling first, he feels confident. When he was talking to Natalie, he looked very confident. So I think they stand a fair chance of winning this one.
Take a look at that, 41% dot balls. That is what makes him the second most economical bowler in the league, doesn't it?
Yeah, no surprises with that, Ritters. I mean, that's what batters do. They tend to sit on him, and if he only goes for 24 off his 4 and doesn't lose a wicket, groups, teams, they're really comfortable with that. As long as they don't give wickets to Narayan. Look, we just showed you, and Waqar was on about the 4 of the 7. He's only taken 7. That's extraordinary for a guy that really has a lot of say in T20. So massive expectations here in this eliminator to step up. He needs a massive game to turn up and actually do it for his team because, yeah, you lose, you snooze, you're out.
Yeah, this is the only tournament where he was a little confused because he was not sure where to bowl and when to bowl. So I think he's got to be very clear about it. This is a do and die game. So I got to maybe come in the early overs and pick up early wickets. So who knows, the early damage is always good.
That's right. But what have you made of his captaincy though, Danny?
Look, and I'll be up front here, I don't think he's a natural captain. I don't think it overly sits well with him because I love it when Sunil Narine doesn't have to worry about the burden of captaincy. He doesn't even really have to think about having when to bowl. As Waqar said, a captain does that for you, and he said he might bowl in the power play like he does in other franchise T20. So I'd prefer it in a perfect world. That's nothing against you as a good bloke, Sunil, but I just don't think it sits that well.
You said it now.
No, he's awful. Do you think he's awful?
But I'll tell you what, from ADKR there is another key bowler and his name is Josh Little. And here he is telling us the tricks of the trade and how his love affair with cricket started.
I've always been relaxed and aggressive. I think combining those two things can sort of set you down the right path. I think if you're flustered when you're bowling, the batter can often get on top of you, and that's when panic starts to set in. But luckily, I'm naturally a pretty relaxed guy, hard-working but relaxed. So adding those two things with my aggression and pace, hopefully, is a nice combo.
Bowled him, what a beauty that is! Pitching middle and leg, clipping the top of off.
Growing up, I actually played some underage international hockey, and one of my friends from school said, look, you've got decent hand-eye coordination, you're fit, maybe come down and give cricket a go. Fell in love with it from there and sort of worked my way up the ranks as I got older, and then I finally realised, not until I was about 16, that I'm not bad.
Catch, oh yes, second grab. Got a caught and bowl as Josh Little.
I don't spend too much time at home. If I was to guess, I'd say I probably spent 9 months of the year away last year. So I do miss my family and my dogs, but I chose to do this and I'm enjoying every single day. I think just put my best foot forward and sort of try win some games for my team, whether that be, so I'm sure someone's going to have an amazing day, whether it be a 5 or 100. I'm not going to put any accolades on it, but just do as well as I can, take as many wickets as possible and sort of do what I do best, and if I come away with whatever that may be, I'll be happy.
Well, he's right. It does get really difficult on the road, especially for such long spells. Now, it's time to find out what those 22 yards will do and have an impact on the game. We've got Simon Dole as well as Alan Wilkins giving us a report.
first thing that strikes you is the wind that comes all the way down here, straight down the ground. But if I look over there on that side, 70 metres that side, long boundary, 61 this side. That's the longest over there, 80 and 75 straight down the pitch. So the wind will help. But as far as this is concerned, Simon Doole's here. Doole, if you don't mind me saying, it looks like one of your better haircuts.
Yeah, a little bit left in the middle and shaved on the sides, Alan. Reminds me I've got to book an appointment for tomorrow. Right, must say a shout out though to Rakesh Kumar and all of his men here. They've done a great job throughout the tournament. We have seen some turn on this surface though, and I think we'll see a little bit tonight. The last couple of games, the ball's ragged a little bit. Spinners have got into the game nicely. It does look a decent surface. The spin will play a factor. I think though, batting first around that 165, 160, 165 should be enough if you bowl well in that second innings. Don't go too hard and try and get 180, 190. You might find yourself a bit short.
Yeah, and you might like to aim to one of those Dooley pieces there with a little bit of tuft on.
Well, thank you so much, gentlemen. Well, with that, let's take a look at the playing 11. Dubai Capitals will be batting first. Vakar, what do you make of that?
I love what I saw the other day from Tom Benton and Max Holden. They're both very aggressive. They look to put early pressure on the opposition. Duploy was a little off colour. Sam Billings, Sikandar Raza, and Shanaka hasn't really shown his colours yet. So they have got a very strong batting lineup. Top six are really, really good. And I also enjoy their bowling also. They have got good pace, they've got good attacks. Sikandar Raza has been bowling really well. So they have got a really good balance. And they might not be big names in the side, but they do the job for team.
Yep, a lot of responsibility on Sikandar Raza for sure. Now Abu Dhabi Knight Riders with the ball. Imad Wasim misses out.
Does, but yeah, look at that big name that's missing, and that is Andre Russell. And so a lot of responsibility, certainly on the two Englishmen at the top, and Jason Roy stands out massively. And Laurie Evans, old Loza Evans, he has to take that responsibility and get a big score. When you look at the all-rounders in there with Bapara and Fabian Allen, yeah, it's lovely. But again, Sunil Narayan, Josh Little and Sabah Ali, a lot of responsibility with the ball.
Well, in the group stage, both these teams have won a game each. The question is who, of course, has the final punch. I'll tell you what, the crowds are coming in the ZEE5 Cricket Stadium. Our reporter, my friend Tanvi Shah, is in and about in the crowd to check the pulse. Check it out.
We're at the ZEE5 Cricket Stadium for the all-important eliminator, the Knight Riders taking on the Dubai Capitals. It's an exciting day right here in Abu Dhabi. I'm excited, and the kids behind me are really excited. I wonder who they're supporting? India! Okay, now we know, no secrets there. They're looking for Sunil Narayan and his men to take over today. Let's get to the cricket.
Welcome back. Well, we just saw that the ADKR fans are all geared up for the eliminator. But I'll tell you what, Dubai Capitals have a big name there, and his name is Sikandar Raza. Now, Sikandar in English translates to Alexander, and that means, well, he knows how to win. And that's exactly what he's been doing. Let me show you a highlight of some of his performances in DP World ILT20 Season 2.
It's been a season to remember for rip-roaring Raza. ...263 runs.
Wonderful strike.
Sikandar Raza become the best all-rounders in the T20 game. 9 wickets. Yeah! Brilliant from Raza. That's a huge wicket. And a last ball finish that most players only dream about. He hits it straight, and he hits it for 6. Sikandar Raza pumps the air in celebration of yet another final ball victory. Sikandar Raza has come to the party when his team needed runs.
ये शायद पहला करियर का मैच है जो 20वें ओवर की आखिरी बॉल पे 6 रन पे फिनिश किया. जब हमारी बैक्स आर अगेंस्ट द वॉल वी ऑलवेज कम आउट फाइटिंग एज अ जिम्बाब्वियन. जब भी हमारे साथ ऐसा हुआ है कि यू नो वी ट्राई एंड कम आउट ऑल गन्स ब्लेजिंग, पंच आउट आवर वे आउट. और यही एक बात हमने ड्रेसिंग रूम में भी की थी कि जब बड़े मैचेस आते हैं तो उसमें स्किल तो सबके पास होता है लेकिन कैरेक्टर दिखाना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. सो टुडे वाज अ डे ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स.
He snared batters with his off-spin when partnerships were building. And now it's time for the match that matters. Can Dubai Capitals' Sikandar help his team eliminate the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders and take one step closer to a place in Saturday's final?
Well, I tell you what, he's definitely proven that he's a gun all-rounder. Now, that last ball finish, Vakar, where do you rate that in this tournament's last ball finishes?
Look, finishing on the last ball is always, you know, something we all look for, we all sort of search for. And T20 cricket has provided us many a times that we see these sort of shots being played in. And not only that particular shot which he played on the last ball, but overall, if you just look at his inning, he was so in control of the line. He was so calm on the crease, and he knew what he was doing. 60 or 45 deliveries, I thought that was wonderful.
And not just with the bat, with the ball too. How has he grown as a bowler throughout the tournament?
Well, he's been the #1 rated in the recent past. Lovely bit of turn, that straight. That one he got poor on was a beauty. I think in terms of when he's got the confidence in terms of his flight and his pace, and when he gets it to that sort of length, you're going to knock over good players, because then batters are left groping and searching, and it's just not quite there. Absolutely brilliant.
Lovely drift, isn't it?
Yeah, it is
Lovely
gorgeous
drift.
there. And just to elaborate on what Wakar was saying, I think when you see a 6 hit off the last ball, I mean, that is massively exciting. I was there when with Alan Wilkins in commentary, Shaheen Shah Afridi, and you also saw Mazhar Rabbani in that last over, bowl out a really good over. But when you see a guy smash a ball for 6 to win it, it's just something special about it.
And he's been carrying a lot of responsibility for the Dubai Capitals, but who needs to step up along with him from that team?
Look, he is definitely a glue in the middle order, and he's a kind of a finisher, and team, you know, heavily depending on him now with the ball in hand, and of course with the bat in hand too. But yeah, Sam Billings, I think sometimes they just play too much with their batting order, and they played wrong people at wrong numbers. Sometimes I think Billings got to really take charge and play an inning like this. And he's a very destructive batsman. He plays all around the ground. So step up, maybe bat at number 3 and play these sort of shots and take the team home. Why not?
Right, well, he had a 67 not out in match number 8 against the same opponent, but it's the playoffs, it's the big stage. Do you think the pressure of captaincy will get to him tonight?
No, we were just about to go on air, and I gave him a little handshake. Went, oh, of course, you're captain now, because DW, Dave Warner's gone back for national duty. I think he relishes it. He loves playing this game, and so yeah, as you rightly say, Ridders, it's time to step up. We know that it's the eliminator. You got to do it. So good luck. No. I want the Knight Riders. Do you want the Knight Riders? The Knight Riders.
Well, it is also the battle of 2 Indian coaches. You've got Hemang Badani as well as Bharat Arun.
Yeah.
One is the former bowling coach, one is a middle order batter.
So the game is not going to be all in the middle, I guess. It's going to be in the dugouts also. They both want to prove a point. They both have been in the Indian camp also, so both very experienced. So this is a big occasion for both of them. And I guess winning from here and going into the further up will really enhance their performances, and of course give them confidence, and they can go back and do other jobs also.
Right, so who's winning?
Bharat. I'm there. I'm barracking for Bharat and the Knight Riders.
And I'm with you, Danny,
of
course.
Of course, I'm very good of you.
Well, what can I say? It's a unanimous vote here. Both our experts say it is going to be the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders. Do you think ATKR will conquer the home ground? We'll find out. It's time to head to the live action right after this short break. You stay tuned.